Good afternoon. Isn't that wonderful? Instead of hearing good morning. And it's Wednesday, the 30th of January, and I don't know about you, but I am chilly. It's time to look at homework. Yay, whoopee. And what I need to do is to call up our actual homework list here. The homework that was due today is still due today. I need you to email it to me. If you handwrote it, take a picture, send that to me. But due today, I want it today so I can start checking things off. And because we'll get too far behind if we don't. Looking at the homework that was due, you're doing very well on the rhetorical terms. I don't know if you were aware, but I put a chart here right underneath the example sentences. And I will check them off. If you have them and they're done correctly, you'll get a check. If you've done them and they're not a good example or you haven't done one, you're going to get an unhappy face. So things due today, if they're not in today, tomorrow you will have lots of little sad faces looking at you. And thank you, Lily, for getting almost all of them done for next week already. But they are interesting and they're kind of fun too. So please keep up with that. That's the most important thing I can ask of you. Okay, back to the homework list. The thesis practice. I have only heard from Sid. You need to get that to me. And I am taking this very seriously, and I'm making comments on it. You don't need to redo it. You can if you think your grade is horrible. But I'm trying to teach you something about the writing of thesis statements. So pay attention to my comments, please. There is another thesis statement that I want you to write. And that is, I want you to write a prompt for the civil disobedience compared to revolution essay that we've been talking about. And I said last week that we'd set a due date of the 13th. We may have to push that back a little bit depending on what I spent all morning preparing for you, which is study guides so that you understand what civil disobedience is saying and the information about the French Revolution that you need to know in order to properly do a better job on this important topic. And to that extent, you will find on the Moodle very shortly several lists of questions. For example, I will have these definitions for you. These are not questions, but these are definitions of civil disobedience. It can be integrity-based, justice-based, or policy-based. And you may refer to that in your prompt. You may refer to this in your essay. This essay is not a test where you can't have any references around you. This essay is meant to be a really good essay, and not shallow. So I want you to have as much information as possible. So this is a definition on civil disobedience. Here is a further definition on revolutionary and non-revolutionary civil disobedience. And again, you might find this very useful in the writing of both a prompt that we can consider for the essay or the essay itself. I also have a great many questions. These are study guide questions on civil disobedience, which you were to have read for today. We were going to discuss it today. Well, so much for discussion. So answer the questions instead. I want you to do the first 3 for certain, and then of the remaining, there's 20 there, so of the remaining 17, pick 5 that you're going to answer for sure. If you do more credit to you, more extra credit to you, and more information you'll have. This is for your benefit. This is not a test. This is a study guide. Use the books. Use the text itself. Look up answers. This is not from Spark Notes or Cliff Notes, so you could possibly use those to answer these questions, but that's not where these questions came from. Okay. There are 2 on the French Revolution. This one has 20 questions. Okay. No, it doesn't. It has 14, it looks like. And the other one has 7. And I'm going to want you to pick I want you to do all of these 7 and pick maybe 5 of the others. I will have it all specified. But again, you'll have to print them off and add some space and get the answers in. So there will be about 20 questions all told that I want you to answer on the French Revolution, and then those few on that you've picked on civil disobedience. Again, the more you do, the better you'll understand, the more depth you'll be able to bring to a contrast between revolution and civil disobedience. Okay, other things here. I still need your schedule from a few of you. What you're doing, when you're doing it, what's going on in your life. Not to be nosy, but to better plan. And with giving up as much class time as we have, we need to plan. Because I'm really putting a lot more into this essay on civil disobedience than I had originally planned, I am going to eliminate the second sample chapter of Walden that I said that you were going to have to do. And you will still have to read the first couple of chapters and do some work on it. But I think this will do you more good in the long run for both the AP Lang test and for those of you who are in APUSH. This is going to be a really good background for you. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, anything else here I need to talk about? I don't think so. If I think of something, check it out. The homework list will be posted, and all of these additional study guides. Let's see, it's 1 o'clock now. I'll get on it as soon as I've had lunch, and it will be there by 3 at the very latest. Okay. I hope I will see you soon. Bye-bye.